So don't stone me, people. Please don't stone me, but I didn't care for Kubo.
What did you like about it?
The first act was really good until, he leaves his hometown, and just the dialogue and the story after that didn't really appeal to me.
Now, I'm curious, was it too corny? Did it feel too forced?
I felt the dialogue was corny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. And the story, did the story get too complicated, or was it just...
I just didn't like the ending, like the final fight sequence.
Oh, you didn't like the actual fighting. You thought it was a little too...
I just didn't like who the bad guy was at the end.
Oh, okay. Huh. I don't know.
The animation and effects were phenomenal.
Yeah. We love that movie.
It's strangely a little stilted. I do feel like somewhere in the middle of the movie, it's very rehearsed. Like, I can't describe what's off about it.
I'm not a McConaughey fan, so I couldn't get into that character too much. But I guess I can see that. It's kind of slow moving too and stuff like that. I will say the part that does stand out the most, probably the very opening, and I would argue the ending with the rising of the people and stuff. But the opening, I do remember like I'm really invested in what's going on. Like, even though very little is technically going on. And it's very quiet, it's very simple, but very imaginative. So I haven't heard that one before, so it's awesome.
I enjoyed all the other Leica movies. I have them all on DVD. And just this one just didn't do it for me.
Now that's an interesting thing, because for me, Kubo, I don't know, second favorite, maybe third, somewhere there. The one for me out of all of them is Box Trolls. I'm like, I just don't get it. Like, that's the one. I know a lot of people love it, but I'm just like, it's alright, I guess.
I love that one because it feels so much like those classic 80s kids movies where they just get so sidetracked and get so focused on the villain and just so in their own weird what the hell. but yeah,
heavy plot.
Yeah, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't understand what you were talking about. And same thing with Kubo. So no, that's interesting. I haven't heard that one before. Thank you. Let's see, Andre, why don't you pick the next one here?
All right, let's go with Orchard. Yeah, Racer.
I really didn't like Hidden Figures.
Sit down.
Racist! Racist!
I didn't give that one to Andre. now I didn't see it. Well, what did you like about it?
I just thought that the plot was boring. Like, I thought that all the actors did fine, but it just didn't do anything.
It just didn't have a good pace. It didn't have the investment you're looking for.
Yeah, I just didn't find it interesting at all. I was just bored that I'm in the theater.
I was going to say, I haven't seen the movie, but is it because there's just so much, this formula, and this formula, and this technique, that's it? Okay.
It's more on that, and it's more on the math instead of the characters, I guess.
Okay.
That's my worst nightmare, actually.
There's so much math jargon and not...
Okay, and that sort of stuff.
But, okay. I get what you're saying, but I think the reason why the focus is on the math jargon is because we're seeing the math done by people that you normally don't see doing the math, and it's supposed to be that important. So yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it does hit some of those moments and those feel-good moments, and the elements that you can tell this is dramatized for the movie, but it's more about this real story. And it's more about, here's the opportunity for people who have this knowledge of doing this and are around some of the smartest people in the world. I mean, you're talking about people who are world-renowned scientists, mathematicians, sending people into orbit, yet are freaking out that a black woman is holding their coffee cup. Like, that's like the context of that. So I think that's why there was so much emphasis on them doing that stuff, is because, we're seeing that, no, this is the same. Math is the same no matter who's writing the numbers.
I did hear about the bathroom scene, too, where Costner just tears down. I thought that was a pretty funny. It might be the one with the few good Costner moments I've seen years ago.
Well, and when you see what the things that lead up to the reason why that happens.
But something you were talking about, kind of the same thing, I didn't get into A Beautiful Mind. And that is a lot of math, and I follow for the most part the math in it, but I didn't find him interesting. I didn't feel they made him interesting. Even with the twist, I'm like, oh, okay.
The underlying theme here is we all got C's in math.
Yeah, pretty much.
I really wanted to.
Oh yeah, no, I totally get you. No, I know, because like I said, I never quite got into Beautiful Mind. I kind of feel it's like a similar thing there too. So let's see. Rob, why don't you pick the next one?
I see you back there. You've been standing with your poster. This had better be good.
I am a huge fan of an obscure movie called Prom, The Last Kiss.
Prom Night 3, The Last Kiss? Okay, tell me about it, because clearly nobody has seen it.
I never even heard about it.
Ghost of a woman named Mary Lou Maloney is attached to this boy named Alex.
Explain attached. Because I'm assuming this is a horror movie.
Yeah, it's a horror movie. She goes around killing people who's trying to go between them.
Oh, that's kind of a fun plot.
That's also the exact same plot of The Mummy that just came out.
Does Alex run a lot?
Where the Alex character who's human is having sex with a ghost. And the ghost is like saying, listen, if you do anything, I'm going to tell everyone you know.
It's like your fault.
Yeah, and it's really hilarious. And that movie is like, a lot of people horror fans say it was bad. I thought it's a good movie.
Okay, no, I've never seen. I'm aware of the other Prom Night movies. I've never seen them.
Actually, it's interesting. You've unlocked a hidden achievement, which is random memory from my past involving him. Because when he had his appendix out, I was just hanging out in the hospital room, and he's asleep on whatever drugs they were giving him. And what the hell was the name of the movie? It's the second one, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2, something like that. Yeah, that movie's hilarious. I was like watching in the hospital laughing, and Doug would wake up like, "Where are you, pain?" and then go back to sleep. But so I remember that movie. I've never seen the third one.
I thought that was just a nightmare. Hilarious nightmare.
I'm just imagining having sex with a ghost. That's all.
Casper 2.
Any creepy.
Would that be a phantasm organ?
Oh, God.
Phantasm. Okay. Let me pick it over here. Let's do guy in the black shirt here, glasses blonde.
Hey, how you doing?
Very good.
I gotta vouch for toys. I love that.
It's interesting.
I love that movie. First of all, I don't agree with a lot of people when they say the story isn't interesting. I respect that people say that. I think there's an interesting allegory today, though, with video gaming and kind of how it's shaped either violently or non-violently, and kind of how that can shape psychology. And, there's a huge debate about that, when GTA was coming out, and like Jack Thompson and all those guys, I know, boo, we're talking about that
for a while. But it's not going to end anytime soon either.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The set design, you got to give credit to the set
Right,
design.
the set design in that movie.
Yeah,
And the score. It's so weird.
There's really nothing like it. I haven't seen it. I don't know about you guys. I
That's
haven't
literally
seen
what I was
anything
saying too. I said there's not another film really like it.
Joe Q said, plays the perfect role made for her. Oh, wacky robot that's not human.
And I think even when it came out, all the critics and audiences were like, I want to like this movie. I'll just be honest, I don't really get it.
And
I don't get why it exists. And I understand that fully. I can't act like I'm totally invested in what's going on, but it's like I'm totally invested in what I'm seeing and hearing.
Besides the pacing, my only problem with that movie is that the whole thing is like, we're going to make war games, and that's bad. And I'm sitting there watching it just going, I really want to play those war games.
If you're going to do that, don't have the climax be a violent, fun climax.
I will say this, toys had the greatest marketing campaign.
Yes.
I still remember to this day that Robin Williams ad with him in the green field popping up, and I always remember the sign. It's like, they were asking me when they thought we should release this film. They said Thanksgiving. I said Rosh Hashanah. They went with Thanksgiving.
He said the whole oil field and the blue sky was in a studio and stuff. He's like, isn't that amazing? They fit the sky in here. And the idea was just him making stuff up, and it was just so funny. Even The Simpsons did a satire, because I think the marketing was actually remembered more than the movie. Let's see. I forget who. Dad, why don't you pick next?
Okay, way in the back with the brown shirt.
I have a lot of brown shirts. Him or her?
Yep.
Okay.
Hudson Hawk.
Which one? Hudson Hawk? Oh, I've heard that a couple times too. I like Hudson Hawk. I'm assuming, right? Yeah.
The characters are over the top. That's why a lot of people hate it. But I really personally liked the over the topness of the characters. Right? Snickers whipping out a little business card with a perfectly timed phrase on it every time. The singing, right? The concept of the cat burglars timing their thieving to saws. Oh, 2 minutes, 21 seconds, swinging on a star, right? I really loved it. A lot of people disagree with me.
Again, that's one I can see where people are coming from when they say this is really stupid. It's like, it definitely is, but...
I'm not sure it was meant to be anything but that.
You know, and I think another reason it got really hated when it came out is because Willis was trying, I think he just did Die Hard, and I think he was just branching out as an action star, because people forget he was a romantic leading man on the show, Moonlighting, and Hudson Hawk was kind of like half Die Hard, well, okay, 1/3 Die Hard, mostly Moonlighting. I think people are like, hey, we like this action Bruce Willis, like the real one, let's use him more in that, and they saw this as like a step backwards. And people just see it as too corny. I think that's kind of fun too. It's like, it's just so corny and so strange. I think that's really enjoyable about it, but at the same time, it is so corny and so strange, so I can't act like, oh, why don't more people like this? No, I get it. It totally makes sense. Jim, why don't you pick the next one here?
The young lady way in the back with the red scarf.
Victory! She's a brown shirt.
So people like Pacific Rim, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Destroy him! Now, wait a minute. This isn't an outing.
This is a long game revenge plan.
So, I mean, will you explain for him why he doesn't like it, or will he explain why he doesn't like it? Oh, I can see that. Fight sequences.
Spider-Man Homecoming. Okay.
It's dark too. It's at night. Sometimes it's even hard to tell which one's the robot and which one's the monster. Is that the only reason, or are there other ones?
The old man they're gonna die. Whoever's like the Mr. Miyagi to
The mentor, yeah. Oh, trust me, you can predict everything that happens in this movie.
You have seen it in other movies.
Yeah. Have you watched at least 3 anime series in your life? You've seen Pacific Rim.
Any 80s action films, you've seen good chunks of Pacific Rim.
Or Power Rangers.
Or Power Rangers.
For a movie we say we love, we're not selling it either.
No, that is totally it. When I saw it, I was like, okay, I immediately know what this is and why people like it, why some people don't like it. It's Expendables with robots. And
I understand people not liking that movie easily. I like it.
Very easily. The major problem for me is that clearly the climax is before the climax. That bothers me because you have just this giant fight. This cool fight where it's like you're taking a giant ship and use it as a baseball bat against this monster. It's so cool. And it's like, okay, well, that was just the climax before the big climax. The big climax is go underwater, look at this bubble.
Yeah.
We might not return, and it's like that's not fun.
I think the biggest problem in that film for me is that you have Ron Perlman in the movie and he's not the star. What the hell?
Yeah. So no, you're definitely not alone on that. It is a film where I've heard people say, why is it such a big deal? Why is it, everyone praising it? And it's so cliche, it's so corny, and it's, even for a monster movie, it's not quite the monster movie I wanted to see. It's more on these, robots and these people. I totally get that. You're definitely not alone on that.
I don't like how you have the 2 guys hook up with their brains and somehow that controls the machine.
Oh, now you've gone too far.
That went too far. Now, the giant monsters, that's fine. But the machine...
2 brains?
So, no, I definitely hear you. Cool. Andre,
it's a metaphor for teamwork.
I'm afraid. But person holding copy of Son of the Mask. I like the shirt. That's all it does.
Please sit down.
No, bring it.
That was just to get your attention.
Oh, it's not Son of the Mask?
No.
I'll say that.
Sorry. First of all, I'm Dervis, and I'm from Sweden, so excuse my English here. I can't wait to meet you guys.
Better than most Americans.
Yeah. I'm from the South. You sound great.
And Rob.
Better than the president.
Rob, it's Peter Stormare, the actor you were saying
Peter
before.
Stormare, is that?
Stormare.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, now I know.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying
what
it,
I
well, in English it looks like Stormare.
Yeah,
Stormare.
Okay, continue, sorry.
Okay, to my childhood, the Lion King movies, I loved the third one more than the first 2.
One and a half?
One and a half?
Timon and Pumbaa?
Yeah, the one when they go like behind the scenes of the first
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yeah, 1.5.
Wait. More than the other two? I'll clock that down.
But yeah, because I love fourth wall breaks.
You love what? I'm sorry.
Fourth wall breaks.
Okay. Oh, the fourth wall break.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I love the characters going in the start and they sit in front of the movie screen and eating popcorn and talking about the movie. And then when they go behind the scenes of the first movie and they cause events that like affects the first movie, and it gives like a new layer to it.
You know, the one thing I was almost hoping is, like, if you total bad taste, I was almost hoping, because they're starting a lot of these things that happen in the movie, I was almost thinking, wouldn't it be great if they actually started the stampede and killed him as dad? And that's why they're raising Simba, they have such incredible guilt.
Oh, I have something to tell you.
I've got something to confess. It's like they're on their deathbeds. We killed your papa.
We did it! I'm so sorry, Ken! Something came out of my backside and it started running.
Timon is my favorite Disney character.
Timon is your favorite Disney
next
character?
to Donald Duck, so it's like nice having more of him.
Oh, that's cool, yeah.
And the animation is really well done.
The animation is very good, yeah. Like, that's as good as, like, the first
and the
movie,
music,
honestly.
I love the Dig Your Tunnel.
Awesome. No, cool. Thank you so much, man. No, that's really interesting.
Yeah,
Oh, we gotta get to other people.
sorry.
But no, thank you so much. That's really cool. Let's see, Rob, I can take the next one here.
10 years I've been pronouncing that guy's name.
Yeah, me too.
Such an asshole.
A lot of people do.
Stormata. Okay, who do I want to go with? The girl with the cell phone. Yes.
So a lot of people didn't like it, but I found it actually pretty accurate. The Last Airbender, the actual like live action.
I've heard a couple people like that.
Run. Start judging now, people. Run.
I was fully unexpecting this. But I'll tell you why, because you're trying to take something completely cartoon animated and bring it to real life. And one thing I did like about the movie more than I liked about the thing is how that the waterbenders and the earthbenders actually need the elements, but the firebenders, like in the cartoons, could just like make fire.
I was also a little odd too, I'm not gonna lie.
In the movie, they needed the fire.
They need the fire, yeah.
Everybody else, they can pick it out of thin air.
That's a legit point.
Yeah, no, I thought that too. And I thought that was interesting, that was the thing Iroh could do, that he could make fire out of nothing, and that made him unique. I just thought it was I'll even take it a step further. Something else they added. I like the bowing. I thought that was a good final image to end on. I thought that was a good thing that troubles him and stuff, and that wasn't in the cartoon. I thought that was an okay addition.
And a lot of people didn't like how they brought the culture into it. I actually like that aspect of it.
Now, what do you mean culture?
Like the bowing and stuff. That's more like respect for different cultures and stuff like that. Like where in the cartoon they're just like, oh, hi, what's going on?
Oh, okay, so you like that tried to take it more seriously, it was not as comedic.
Exactly.
And so they wanted to make it feel like, this sort of bigger and epic and stuff. I can follow that.
Real worlds rather than its own.
I can say you like that it got more serious and heavy because it felt more serious and heavy. It felt
I
more
was
epic
fine
and
with
stuff
the
like
bowing. It was that look on his face.
Yeah.
Dude, like Aang was supposed to have a little bit of fun, and he just looked like
Nobody had fun in the movie.
Yeah, he was so sad. I'm like, well, I want to see the next one. He's already depressed now.
But I know what you're talking about. You want something that felt a little bit more gritty. It's kind of like going from, like, in your opinion, like, sort of like the Adam West Batman, like the Tim Burton.
I actually like the test that they did to try to figure out if he was like an airbender or not, like with the elements and the like. I actually thought
yeah, that was clever too. So there are a couple of things they added. I thought, I thought were pretty smart. So no, and you're not the first one to say that. Usually when I do this, that's one of the ones that pops up. So you're definitely not alone.
I would watch your back though.
Okay, let's see. Another person here. Let's do. I'm not picking on you, Malcolm. Do you have your chance?
Did he really? Sit your punk ass down.
That's the opposite of that. Okay, whatever that long shape thing is.
This is one film I really hate that for some reason got a lot of acclaim and a lot of cars is Devil's Rejects.
Oh, the Rob Zombie one. Yeah, no, that's interesting. Why didn't you like it? I have a feeling I know why, but.
Well, for one, big clown guy.
Just don't like it?
Just like clowns. It's just disturbing to a degree. I don't think it's scary. I just find it disturbing.
Yeah, you know, and you kind of nailed it. There's an interesting review Roger Ebert did on the movie. I forget if he gave it 3 stars or no stars or something like that, but he said, look, this movie, for what is trying to accomplish, this is a horror exploitation, trying to be disturbing. This is definitely a genre. This is definitely a thing that has a following, has people that like this, and it does it perfectly fine. I just don't get into it, and I don't like it, you know. But so I want to say he gave it like 3 stars, but he was saying, look, if this is the thing you like watching, you know, like this sort of style of film where it is just, we're just going to be disturbing as hell and uncomfortable and just push the envelope, very much an exploitation film. You'll like it. That's what this is, and it does it great. I'm kind of with you. I don't really get into those films, but I get why other people enjoy it and get into it. They do want to just push to the absolute extreme because so many of our films play it safe.
So it's kind of like a Brad movie.
Yeah, like a Brad Jones exploitation movie. Yeah.
I love the remake of the producers of Nathan Lane.
Yeah, and you definitely got you from there.
Nathan Lane is just bringing it.
No, I used to talk with this dude. Yeah, he was saying Timon's like his favorite Disney character and stuff. Hey, Cobra, he likes us. Okay, I think we got time for one more here. Dan, on.
Let's go with the beret, way in the back.
All right, I'm waiting for my time to shine.
Sit down.
So I really, I don't want to say hate, maybe hate is the wrong word. Strongly dislike Mad Max Fury Road.
You know what? I bet I can tell you why. What is the reason?
How about you tell me why?
I feel like because it's just a big chase scene. Yeah. No. I completely see where you're coming from. I had a lot of people say that before. That was initially my thought. I thought it was impressive. I'm like, this is just a big chase scene. I am curious. Did you see it again? I had to watch it again to fully appreciate it. And there actually is story, there is character, there is a lot going on, but it is not said. It is not verbally explained. It is actually done through the visuals, through the design, through the looks of the characters. And there actually is more of a story going on than you would probably think, or I initially gave credit for. But I definitely see where you're coming from. Yeah, but you know, it's
the best chase scene ever made.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say the visuals are actually better. That they're so good, we're not even seeing what they're always doing. It actually is telling more of the story than you would think. And give it another chance, because I had the same thought. You may still dislike it, but I can almost guarantee you will see something you did not notice.
I'm very curious. Did you see Spider-Man: Homecoming? Okay, because I have, like, strangely similar issues. I like that movie, like, don't get me wrong, but I'm just like, where's the plot for the first half of this movie? There is none. Like, I was just like, I don't know why that bothered me in Spider-Man that didn't in Fury Road, but...
Especially in Spider-Man, we do know what happened.
Yeah, that's something I may have to ask myself, like, why did that work for me, and that one didn't, even though, like, I still like Spider-Man: Homecoming, but there were issues, so, interesting.
No, it's, I would say, give it another shot. And maybe you still won't like it, but I would say at least give it another chance and see if you enjoy it more the second time. As you should. Okay. Guys, if you did not get a movie you wanted to talk about, you have a question for us, we are going to our booth immediately after this in the dealer's room, so please come on down, say hi, we love to see you, and thank you so much.